is.
Louis will go for France. They are the three in the medal positions right now.
The gap was 14 seconds between 1 and 2.
How good it must be to be handing over to the Olympic silver medalist for Great Britain. He has a job to do, but he's been given every opportunity to do it. Away goes Yee, and Great Britain are one leg away from gold medal in the triathlon mixed relay. The United States will have something to say about that, no doubt. Pearson wants to get going, straining to get going, and does so. 21 seconds down.
And we see now the benefit there of Georgia Taylor-Brown, all the work she did. She put another 7 seconds on the USA in that lap. How did she do that?
She did it with control of her timing around that 2K. Always looked like someone who was in control of her effort, and away with a little bit of a stumble goes Morgan Pearson for the United States. And for France, it's the main man, Vincent Louis. You have got a job to do if you want to win gold. Surely, with that gap of 33 seconds to Great Britain, it's too much.
No way, not for Vincent Louis, it isn't. No way in the world. A talent out front though for Team GB, no doubt about that. He's the future of this sport. Alex Yee, just he's brand new to it. He is brand new to it, and he's taken it by storm. He sits at the top of the world rankings in 2021. Only 2 races before the event here in Tokyo. Successfully managed to get a silver medal as he accepted. So now we get a great look at the gap from the air. 1, 2, 3. And back to 4th position, and Morgan Pearson, who's second there behind Yee. In the middle, he's got Vincent Louis behind him. Here's of the 3, the run would be his favourite. He says he's still learning on the bike, the 27-year-old. Well, I think he's learned a fair bit, and then would probably come the swim. So don't be surprised if Morgan Pearson doesn't make ground on Yee here, but won't be out of it.
Yeah, Morgan Pearson 42nd in the individual event. So it's Yee in the water for Great Britain, Pearson for the United States, Vincent Louis for France in 3rd place. The Netherlands, in the shape of Jorik van Egden, are in 4th place. The Belgians, Gel Gaines into his Olympic Games, having missed the individual event, and the Germany, Justus Nieschlag. But it's all about catching this young man, if it can be done. Alex Yee. Pearson has a little look as he rounds that marker. Another stroke where he has to raise the head, and when you raise the head and drop the hips in swimming, well, it's momentary, but it does stall momentum. Louis at it as well, but then he has a look and goes into a smooth 7, 8, 9 strokes before he marks again that he's heading in the right direction. Don't underestimate the lack of a black line that you will find in a swimming pool to help you guide in direct towards that wall. Well, you just don't have it here, and you got to find your own way, and that could cause some problems.
So in Team GB, Great Britain, United States and France, we've got 3 of the top 4 nations in the world on rankings in the mixed relay competition. Australia is the other one of that top 4. They are second in the world by ranking, but 2 minutes 39 back at the transition for Australia. So Jeff Coathauser and Gentle will have eventually handed over to Jacob Birtwistle way back. So Australia definitely out of the medals, as we're now out of the water with the 17-second gap. It was 21, so Pearson has done really well here on Yee. And what about the gap from France? 33 down to 19 seconds. Don't get it wrong in transition.
Vincent Louis, that is some swim. And Yee will know. He'll have a look, no doubt, at the big scoreboard, and he'll see that the Frenchman is there. As too is the man from the United States, Morgan Pearson, world rank number 12. This has got all the potential right now of ending up something special. Look at the transition, and Louis finds the gears quickly, puts the pressure on, and he's up to second in France. Well, hardly from that distance back.
So it's a race in 3, I think, now officially. There's a gap to Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, and Switzerland, Italy in there as well. So it is definitely going to be a race in 3 for the medals here between Yee, Pearson, and Louis, representing Great Britain, the United States, and France. This first of the 2 3.4k bike legs will be critical. We saw that Yee able to do it all. That's how you win silver at the Olympic Games, and that's what he did earlier on this week in the men's triathlon. But again, the run would be his preferred discipline of the 3. Euro Championships, he competed in the Euros in 2018 on foot, so that says something. Pearson and Louis together now in chase. Formidable force.
Oh, he is absolutely up for it, is Vincent Louis. He is a competitor to his toes. World rank number 2, member of the World Championship, winning mixed relay team 3 times. Had a disappointing individual event, was prominent on the swim, but dropped back and finished in 13th overall behind this young man. But he's out there on his own, and he's got to do it on his own. His 3 teammates have put him in that position, but it can be a lonely, lonely place as the experience behind starts the chase. And Yee, well, psychologically, physically, every question you can ask is going to be asked of this young man.
Is there any chance that USA and France will work together just for a moment, just to catch up? Will they say, come on, let's get this, let's do this? Or does Vincent Louis think, I am better than Pearson on the bike and I'm going to prove it here? Probably the latter, but no, that looks like they're definitely working together. The two of them, Louis and Pearson, have gone, right, let's wheel in Yee, and then the gloves are off.
What they will be aware of, and they'll know, is they need to get that gap down as much as
look
possible.
Out, here's the
Louis
move.
Goes on the left-hand side. Pearson looks to get a hold of his wheel. Yee up the road. They'll be aware that Alex Yee has a very, very strong run element. He is the runner, although you say that and you know that Louis can as well, but he is after him.
Yep.
He's attacked. He's put a little bit of daylight between himself and Pearson. And Vincent Louis showing all his class.
I thought he got around that bend and was about to tack on. Pearson might hang on, so potentially honour amongst thieves for a moment. Let's work together until now, until I go. Maybe there wasn't any conversation. Pearson's not going to let Louis go here. He's really working hard. He's competing, and he's competing here as a tribute to his brother Andrew, who's lost his life in March. He'll have him riding in the saddle with him and having to find everything. He's got Pearson on the first of the 2 bike legs, so it's probably going to be hard for him to hang on. There's a bronze medal, of course, there for the taking, so that's another reason to work. But let's get back out in front with Yee, who takes a little look around the corner. Does that mean he's feeling comfortable, the 23-year-old?
How could you feel comfortable in the red-hot heat and white-hot competition that is this triathlon mixed relay? And Yee, well, it's not as fluid as we saw him in the individual event, and behind him, Louis just eats up the gap on this first lap of the bike, and behind, Pearson has not gone away.
No, not at all. So tough. And just quickly, 2 minutes 50 back, we have to go to find Spain. So Louis is the number 2 in the world. Mario Mola is out there for Spain. He's the number 1 in the world, but they're not in the frame. That's the last time we will mention their name.
So in they come to end the first lap of 2 on the bike, and up he goes and away he goes, and that is one for a psychological exclamation mark. Alex Yee, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to do it with the big boy in front of you. And well, before this race, he talked the talk. Well, he cycled the cycle on lap one.
And he did that in the shadow of the finish line, as if to say, you can hang on if you want, mate, but when we get here, when the whips are cracking, I'm going to do that to you again. But Yee does not go away. Of course he doesn't. He's a fighter. He just loves it. Talked about imposter syndrome, hard to say, coming into the games, because of course he was, speaking of shadows, in the shadows of the Brownlee brothers. He was roadside in London as a 14-year-old when he watched Alistair and Jonathan win medals, and that's what motivated him to become an Olympic triathlete. He has his own silver medal now, and he can get a gold as well.
And behind these two, Pearson will come around the corner, every fibre and muscle twitching as he gives it all to try and get back to these two and turn it into a foot race for gold, silver and bronze. But right now, Louis in particular and Yee holding onto that back wheel around that corner as they slingshot out.
And they slingshot out with a small straightaway here, as you can see, so potentially a chance, but then we get that tactical hairpin bend coming up that they must be thinking, why is it in this course? It just makes it so technical and tactical, and you just have to be at your best and on your guard each and every time, as Pearson appears to have dropped off. And look at the two leaders moving left and right, making each other work. You want the slipstream, you got to earn it.
Pearson, by comparison, he sits on the bike. There's a smoothness to his cycling. You look at Louis, he almost looks like he's fighting the bike as he tries to put the power down. There he goes again, but Yee responds and Pearson is hanging in.
So tough for Pearson. This is a brilliant ride. He was originally down to go as the first man for the USA, Pearson, and he swapped with McDowell, and we can see why. I think he woke up and said, I am ready. Can he tack back on? It'll be really hard as they head towards the Ariake Tennis Centre, which is the furthest point on the track, the National Gymnastics Stadium on the right-hand side, as the leaders just move around. And I think Pearson's going to do this. I think he's going to get back on. How good.
Well, Louis, when he went around Yee in that transition area at the end of bike lap one, there's no doubt he, having made that gap, chose to just sit up and give himself a breather, because it was a big physical effort to bridge that gap to Yee. But chapeau to Pearson for hanging in, hanging tough, and he's going to turn 2 into 3, it looks like, as they head towards the final piece. As
made
I
a
say
move
it,
there.
the two at front just inject a little bit more pace, but there's almost nothing in it between gold, silver and bronze as we head towards the final transition in what has been a thoroughly enjoying and engaging event.
We didn't think it would be any different than this. Like an elastic band, when you go around those 180-degree U-turns, you sort of can get a stretch, and then if you can take off when you come out of it, if you can find some power, as Yee and also Louis did there, that's why that gap extended again from Pearson, who'd done so much work to get there. It will start to work on him mentally as well. Yee, speaking of that, said he used the COVID lockdown to work on his mental state, the pressure of performing. That's what he worked on. He worked really, really hard on that, and we saw in the men's triathlon earlier in the week the results. And well, this is a different pressure because he's got Louis right on him. There's no out in front. He had Hayden Wild to beat, and he did, to win the silver after Blumenfeld got away in the men's competition. But you think this is going to come right down to it with 3 guys, in fact, who love to run.
Well, they head to the blue carpet, and the footwear is loosened on the bike as they head towards transition, a smooth transition. Oh, so important. The flags of the competing nations lie deathly still in the heat and humidity of a Tokyo morning. In to the final transition come Yee and Louis, and just behind Pearson.
Watch this really closely. You have to get the bike in, get your gear into the box, Nothing can go wrong here, and believe me, it can. It can go horribly wrong in these positions. It seems pretty simple, doesn't it? Get your helmet off, get your shoes on, and take off. But it can go wrong. Oh, Louis taken a little while, has he? Yes, Yee has put a little bit of a gap on the Frenchman in transition.
Yee by 3 into the final element of this triathlon mixed relay. The first time at the Olympic Games. We're going to have inaugural Olympic champions. Who will it be? Great Britain, France, and the United States, with the others behind coming off the bikes and into transition. It's a 2K run. It's a 2K blast for gold, silver, and bronze. Those behind, you feel, unless something miraculous happens, will be fighting it out for the minor placings. And their terrific performances from Belgium and the Netherlands, the Germans there also, but they are the chasers. Up front, it's about this man, and he looks so comfortable with that running style. We saw it with Yee, we saw it with Hayden Wild, the New Zealander in the individual event. Comfortable in the run, but strength in this triathlon counts for so much as well. Blumenfeld proved that as he ran alongside the two young men and powered his way to victory in the individual event. But at the start of this run, it's Yee that has taken control, and Louis and Pearson are left in his wake for the moment at least.
It was Yee by 3 at the transition to Louis, and then a further 6 seconds back to Pearson. Now this run, it's only 2 laps of a 1K loop. That's it. That's the sprint distance. So it'll be over almost before it began. So there's no time to think. You just have to do. And Pearson's doing that now. He's making a move right in front of us, in front of our eyes on the world number 2. Takes a drink or a sponge at least. And this is a big move. So this is the battle for the bronze and the silver right now. And Pearson straight past him. This is massive. Vincent Louis can't respond, or can he? As Pearson turns around, Yee already through that area, so he was 9 seconds ahead of the American at the transition, and Pearson now just trying to extend behind Vincent Louis. There's no time to play tactics here, so Yee will hit the line and the bell, and what's the gap? What's the gap that he has put between himself, the United States, and France?
Well, Yee rode rather conservatively in the first lap. By contrast, it was a monumental effort.
11 seconds
for Louis, and a significant effort for Pearson also. There's 11 seconds between gold and silver, 12 between gold and bronze right now, and the others are gathering behind as well.
Now the 11 seconds is important because that means he only put 2 seconds on Pearson, so he was 9 behind, so he made some ground certainly on France and is starting to make some ground on Great Britain. This is going to be a fabulous finish. Alex Yee from Great Britain in front, Morgan Pearson, the USA, trying to chase him down, and then Vincent Louis, he has the bronze at least. Can he find something and come again?
Well, this is a massive, massive moment in the young career of Alex Yee, in a team of experience around him. Jessica Learmont, Johnny Brownlee, Georgia Taylor-Brown. It's Yee that is being asked to bring it home, and Pearson and Louis behind, doing everything they can to close that gap.
We drill down now on Pearson and Louis. That looks closer than it actually is. Hayden Wild from New Zealand is out. They've lapped him, but look at Wild go past Louis. I think Pearson's going to hang on. Can Yee hang on?
Vincent Louis looks at this moment in time spent force, physically, everything it took to bridge the gap on the bike. It seems to, in conjunction with the effort in the individual event and the heat of Tokyo, have taken its toll. Pearson dug so deep on the bike to close and hold on to the leaders in front of him when it looked like they might get away, and the United States continue on their way. But it's all about this man, and it's all about the British team right now. Alex Yee, he was magnificent in the men's individual. He took silver. Right now he anchors his team around the corner. There's a calmness about Alex Yee, but surely the smile will come. Britain are going to win a gold medal in the triathlon mixed relay. Young Yee brings it home for Britain, and the team of Learmont Brownlee and Taylor Brown are the inaugural gold medalists at the triathlon mixed relay.